Welcome to Real Estate 360 with Real Estate Expert 360. And I think you should have a new title. A new title.
What's that?
Man on Fire.
My hair's on
Market
fire.
on fire. Everything on fire when it comes to real estate in Austin, Texas. Holy wow.
Yeah, we just talked before the show, and Sandy was like going, "You're kidding me. It's insane. That's crazy. I've never heard anything like it." And I'm like, yeah, we're going to go over that in this show. I think it's going to be very entertaining. So yeah, it is absolutely insane, crazy.
You're hearing all kinds of stories. I don't know which ones to believe, but you're probably going to tell us.
Oh yeah, I'm in several of those stories of these homes being purchased, and it's just it's incredible. We're going to talk about the builder market, and then we're also going to talk about the resale market, and we're just like I said, our hair's on fire and we're pulling it out. Right. Sorry, Sandy, not you, but
that's all right. I lost mine a long time ago.
But yeah. So, anyways, I'm going to go over the stats real quick because these are all going to change. I mean, December. These are always a month behind because that's how long they are. So, last time we were here was Christmas Eve, and so the stats for December came out in January, and we're going to next month. I bet it's going to be completely different with numbers up and numbers down. I mean, supply down and appreciation up. So in the Austin market was up 15% year over year in December. That's a nice clip. Yeah. And so there are 36 days on the market, which is, that's pretty short. It's usually about double that. But this is the incredible. In the Austin MSA, which includes Round Rock, it's about 2 million people. There's only 1,954 active homes on the market.
Wow.
For a city of 2 million people. And the pending sales are up 40%, and the supply is down 63%. Sales. So we're looking at 0.6 months supply of homes, about half a month supply of homes in Austin.
and normal is?
Normal market is 6.5 months.
Wow. So a tenth.
1/10.
Yeah.
We are we talked about it last time, we were housing shortage. This is an extreme shortage. But on a sidebar, for those that who were my clients that got in as investors, that's awesome for them. It's good news for them all the way around. And number one, because their price values are just going through the roof right now. Secondly, is that if people can't buy a house because they are in this situation we're going to be talking about, they have to rent, and our rents are going up fast. So as our investors are capitalizing on it, but it's not fun to be a home buyer right now in Austin.
Right, and buying a home should be fun. You should be excited about it. I'm sure you talk to people all the time that are excited, but it's tough right now.
Oh, first-time home buyers, I have a heart for them, and I wrote a book on first-time home buyers, and it's incredibly it's sad in a lot of different ways.
Right,
but we don't have any control of it. The landslide of people are still coming. A lot of them out of California, a lot of them out of New York. They're coming here, and the companies are coming here, and they're already here, and so it's the reality. I did want to kind of go over a little bit of a clip that kind of explains what the Austin real estate market is like right now. So, Sandy, let's go.
All right, you want to set it up a little bit, tell them what the movie is?
Okay, this is Trading Places. Back in the early '80s, very, very funny movie. A little bit politically incorrect for these years right now, but with some of the comments. But it was a fun movie, and it talks about how crazy markets.
And this is what you're saying. This is what the Austin real estate market is like now. Here you go. Oh my gosh! It just.
200. Now. South door today for the 142.
Go to the other clip where we see this is what those poor on-site agents are like.
It's like
there he is. Yeah.
Where you going? Idiot! Get back in there at once and sell. But
Yeah, so that was a good example, and I'm saying it is that intense, and I'm going to go over some of that later on in our show here. So yeah, let's talk about the builder market real quick because that's a really big part of my business, and it is absolutely insane. Subdivision in Jarrell over the last 2 weeks sold 106 homes.
Jeez.
In 2 weeks. I thought that was intense and crazy, but we were involved in several purchases in a subdivision in Kyle that just opened up their new section, 42 homes at 10 o'clock on Saturday. And at 10 o'clock on Saturday, they all went on sale. It was just like that scene. By 6 o'clock, they had sold 42 houses in one day.
Well, I'm curious if you're on that side of it as the listing these homes. How do you know where to start the price? Because you got all these people. I mean,
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
All rules have been thrown out.
Okay, that's what I was kind
unprecedented. And I mean, I had a client, and we're going to get into the resale market here, but he, I told him you're really going to have to be aggressive in Leander. So the price was $319, and so he took my word for it. He said, "Okay, I'm going to go ahead and make an offer at $361." I was at $50,000 over. Okay, he didn't get it.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I asked the agent, and this was an on-site, this was a resale home. I asked the agent, how many offers did you get? Well, we heard about the house that had 96 offers over in Round Rock, right? That I thought was, okay, that's insane, right? 96 offers. I mean, come on, how do you even manage that? Well, this one took the cake. 152 offers on one house.
152. In what part of town?
This is Leander.
In Leander.
Yeah, in the high-tech corridor.
Wow.
Yeah. So, people go, should I get my real estate license? I'm going, there's 152 people that did their job and only one got paid. So.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. If you're not first, you're last in that.
The good thing is that insider information is legal in real estate. So it's all about those relationships with management of companies.
And you've been cultivating those for years.
For 25 years, I've been here cultivating that. So, I'll talk a little bit about that builder market. Let's see. Now, there is pretty much Austin is shut down for investor sales citywide. And even if you go to D.R. Horton's main hotline, when you call about asking for about a home, it'll say, first thing it says, thank you for calling D.R. Horton. By the way, we're not accepting any investors in this.
Wow.
Citywide.
Wow.
So don't even ask. So, the problem is people trying to get around that whole thing, and they're doing crazy stuff, paying cash and saying that they're going to live there and all that kind of stuff. And they're really getting wise to that. So we've got to be really careful about that. Same thing with like second homes. People are trying to buy them as second homes. And if it's truly a second home, awesome. But you can get in trouble if you do it as a second home and then all of a sudden turn it into a rental. Right. The lender come back at you. And even now the builders are putting it in their contract. So we have to be very careful about that. And I'm very prudent because I like my license.
It's kind of important.
Yeah. So we're in the builder. We were looking in the high-tech corridor the first week in January, and it was very cold. If you recall, it was just Sunday was when the Sunday of that week was when it snowed 6 inches. Right. So it was building up to that. So I'm out running around on a Wednesday with my clients. They came in a relocation from California, and she'd already bought an investment property for me already. But now she's getting her next house, her second home. And so we were in Santa Rita Ranch, which where I just moved to, and we walked into the model home, and there were 2 inventory homes left, and then after that, you have to wait for the next release. So we went and looked at it. She liked it. Went back to the model, and she said, "Well, I got to think about it." I said, "You don't want to think about it. If you like the house, you don't think about it." She goes, "Okay, let me at least do this. Give me a minute. Let me go out to the car and call my husband." So we go out to the car. She calls her husband. 10 minutes later, we walked in, and the lady said, "I'm so sorry. I just sold it."
Oh,
we got sniped.
Yeah, you did.
Sniped.
Wow.
And so the rest of the day was really a bummer because we're like driving around comparing every other house to the one that she lost.
Yeah.
Fortunately, an on-site agent was really sad about it because it was like we're just ready to pull the trigger and somebody gets it. Fortunately, by the end of the day, we found out that the other people didn't qualify for their loan. And she got it.
Oh.
So
happy ending.
Happy ending.
I like to hear
It's funny. Her sister was with her too, who was just on an exploratory trip, never been here before. Found a house in not far from there in Rancho Siena, and she got the last one. And really? I said, "You don't get it now. You're going to pay $50,000 or more for it later on." And that's exactly what's happened. Over $50,000 in appreciation on both of those houses since the beginning of the month.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're seeing in the resale market, people are offering 10 to 20% over asking price, not just 20,000, 20%.
Wow.
So the house that had 96 offers on it was listed for $380,000. It sold for $510,000.
$140,000 difference.
crazy.
Oh,
I don't know if it makes sense, but the reason I'm doing this podcast is because when people are moving here or trying to invest here, they just have to realize what they're getting involved
Sure.
with. And it's not that much fun because that's a medium price home we're talking about. I'm working with a Tesla Relo. He's looking more in the $1 million price range. And we had a house on last weekend that we went and looked at. How we do it all by Zoom now, right?
Yeah.
So great,
Yeah.
selling $1 million homes by Zoom.
who'd have thunk it, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So he said, okay, we said 1.2 million. Had to get your offer in by 5. And he offered. He was gonna. I can say you're gonna have to offer $200,000 more. You're not gonna get it. So we called up the listing agent and said, if we offer even that, are we even in the running? He said, we already have 3 that are over 1.5.
Jeez.
1.2. And my Tesla executive goes, do you know that house sold for $900,000 2 years ago? I'm going, yeah, I know. And now it went $300,000, $400,000. Just so, had a waterfront buyer. We talked about that last time. And this was November, wasn't even as hot. And he found it, offered it was $2 million was the asking price. He offered $2.211 million cash, close in 2 weeks. He didn't get it. He came and said,
And I'm guessing, you can probably tell me, people that throw down that kind of money cash to buy something, they're used to getting what they want.
he should have got what he wanted.
Right.
And so I found out, I later on just checked the stats and found out what it sold for. It did sell for $2.3 million cash. So it sold for $300,000 more than the asking price cash.
Wow.
So be prepared, Californians and New Yorkers.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's really also kind of tough for us people living here. I mean, it's great when you own real estate, but
It's really tough for people that have been here a while that maybe they want to, young people that want to, get into the housing, buy a house.
Yeah, my daughter, trying to get my daughter.
Right.
What's she going to do?
Right.
I mean, it is.
Just, they want to enter the market, and the market.
Problem that we run into that. Okay, so if you want to sell your home, you're going to get 10, 20% more possibly if it's priced right in the beginning, and not every house is doing that.
Right.
But the thing is that I have a client right now this Sunday. I'm going to go visit her. Your house is going to blow off the shelves. You're going to get multiple offers. Be prepared. But what is she going to buy?
Mm-hmm.
So now you enter a seller who's in the seller's market enters as a buyer in the seller's market. And that's where the challenge comes in. So that's what's going to be the dynamic why the supply is going to continue to be even more constrained is because sellers that want to sell can't buy back in this market. They're going to be in the same boat, just like the trading places.
Yeah. Wow.
So
Crazy world.
I'm going to go play golf.
All right, you go play golf. Go relax. You've earned it. You've been burning it at both ends. That's for sure.
I know. So I'm just I'm excited about what's going on in the Austin market with the huge amount of tech coming in here, and that's when I was doing my trips out to California. I was to shake hands and kiss babies and make friends. They told me this thing, and I was like, oh, come on, really? They go, tech changes everything. Mm-hmm. And they just have a different view of money. I mean, their stock could go up 20% or down 10%. It doesn't faze them. They don't mind paying more. And I'm like, okay, well, just when you get here, what'd you say? Don't
put beans in our chili. You're welcome to come.
We're not going to put beans in the chili. We're not going to allow it. So just be prepared if you're coming out here. And so, anyways, I'm out of breath. No.
And you're easy to find. Why don't you tell her how?
So it's Kenn at buyaustin.com. It's Kenn with 2 N's. I don't know why my dad did that to me. I have to explain it every time. Kenn at buyaustin.com. And my phone number is 512-423-5626. I do have some good resources, though, if somebody's interested in the market. AustinInvestmentWebinar.com is a masterclass on investing in this area. Mm-hmm. That's a great resource to get started as an overview of what's going on here for the last 40 years and what the future is going to be. And then you can also, this podcast now, I put a URL to it, which is Kenn's Radio, KENNS Radio, KennsRadio.com. So it makes it really easy to find the playlist on YouTube. Nice work. And then one more thing, they can use a scheduler for my phone because I had to turn it off or I'd never get the podcast done. You can use callkenn.com, call KENN.com, and that's my scheduler, and that's been a lifesaver because people can pick their time. I get a text, they get a text 10 minutes before, and we can have a conversation. So
Nice. I know. I bet you've got 50 messages on your phone when you turn it back on.
300 emails in 3 days.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's not much fun. So I'm excited. But one more thing, it's not over. There are places to buy. It's just you have to be flexible. You may have to go further out. Our submarkets still have supply. That's going to probably change too. Those submarkets are starting to accelerate in prices just as fast as Austin. So get in now if with what you can. Like I said, Austin is pretty much shut down to investors, so we have to go to our submarkets.
Okay.
And we will still be able to get you into this before it ends up being trading places.
Good seeing you, man.
All right, thanks, Bill.